Well, it's time to make another change in here. Oh, by the way, that's the new dome tent. But due to the lack of space currently between buckets to collect drippage from the few holes I haven't been able to seal with caulking, and just needing to try to have some seats in here, we're going to dig out the altar space, primarily because the cats have been turning it into just a giant litter box, but also because we need to make up more space in here that we can actually access. So I'm going to take out this dirt and the retaining walls. Retaining walls may wind up becoming new floorboards, but looks like it's going to be a bit of a dirty day. Haven't figured out yet exactly what I'm going to do with all this dirt. Some of it's going to go out into my cook area to try to level out some of the space out there. But it's still rather bumpy, uneven, mold hole filled. Try to fill up some of that space. See how much I can get through today. Of course, another one of the major reasons why I want to get the former altar area dug out is that right there. You can see how the retaining wall is off that way going into the doorway, where it used to be up against that post on that side of the post. So yeah, the board that was holding it in place snapped, and it has over the last couple of weeks shifted quite a good distance to the right. So we got to get that dirt out of there, and that's part of what has led to the decision of just digging out this entire space. Because unfortunately the dirt all wants to go down, and that's just causing even less space in here. So, fun start to a wet morning. Well, I have no idea how long I've been at this, but my left knee says it's about time for me to take a break.
Yay, break.
Says the oblivious sleeping one. So it's been about 3 hours since I finished my last break, which, as it turns out, was 2.5 hours of work since I had started. So we're looking right now at about 5.5 hours. Yeah, 5.5 hours of work today. What I've gotten accomplished so far. That looks nice and dry out there now, doesn't it? Mostly level, at least more level than it was before. Got this dug down past where the original dirt floor was, down to the level that I'd created previously. Have a little bit more dirt to get out from over here. I think I just had a spider crawling up my leg. And some of the things that I've done with that dirt so far, I've brought up the ground out here and created a board walkway out here, for the simple fact that rain has been coming through the tarp, down the rain fly, down the tension pole, and creating a muddy mess out of everything down here. So I have now given us a raised walkway in, let that water flow down somewhere else, most likely under the floor of the bathroom. Then we have the fun of what I've been doing with the rest of the dirt. Created a dirt ramp outside so that Kim and I don't have to remember to step up, because we have this terrible tendency of forgetting when we come in at night, and we wind up tripping on that. So it goes out a little bit that way. extends out this way. So now we've got a walking path that's a little bit more level and not as strewn with blackberry branches. Hold on. Dry, wet, dry, wet. Obviously my stopping point. Tried filling in a few things out here further, like this pothole in the dirt. Have filled in what used to be my trench for showering. For those that have actually been watching the videos straight through, or for the last few months, you might remember the hole that I had dug out here for the water to catch and had lined with plastic so that it went down that way. Now refilled that since the shower no longer hangs, and have done some trimming work. I'm not sure, but I think I might have gotten this on one of my videos that I still need to get posted. That's a lovely sky. Also working on leveling out area down here, which is where I keep my smoke bucket. Make it so I'm not twisting my ankle when I come out here at night or first thing in the morning anymore. But that's what I've got accomplished so far. Hopefully by the end of by the time I decide to give up on cleaning out that space, I'll actually have it leveled out, and I'm planning on taking this, which had previously been my sunning platform, and just throw that in as the new floor in there. Well, we'll see how things go over the next few hours. So after about 7.5 hours of work, we now have a floor as opposed to the altar. The floorboards, of course, are repurposed fence planks as before. And hi, Bandit. Well, let me get up out of the tent so I can do what I was wanting to do on one of my recordings yesterday. So we managed to get this done just before I completely ran out of light. But I wanted to go back through and explain that the flooring that I did out here, while obviously not professional work, was done simply with a good old-fashioned wood saw. And since I do not have a functional workspace, I used my wife's walker to cut the planks for the angles. Just ran the planks across the handles and did a fairly good job of not cutting the walker itself, as Kim now applauds. But I think for simply having a chalk line and a hand saw to use, I think I actually did a fairly good job. But the floor planks for this area are actually repurposed from the wall panels I had made for the altar, which had been repurposed previously from being a fence. So I still have to figure out how to get some planks going that way. And I'm going to have to cut another angle plank to fill this space here. But I think right now we have enough floor for me to be comfortable with, at least until next weekend, where I will hopefully have some more time available to do some work in here.